See, people take Anatomy of a Fighter out of context because it's not about fighters. I just thought of a name that could represent everything. We're all fighting for something.
Yeah.
Every single person. You know, that's the reason why I always used to say, like, I could do a documentary on one of these migrant workers out here just taking the bus to a building that they're building
Working
out
in the
here
heat.
in the heat, and then they're going back to the dorms or wherever they living, and they, you know, maybe it's one phone in the whole building and everybody can get 1 minute to call home.
And they're sending most of their money back home, and it's like all
Imagine that story.
Yeah.
Now that's Anatomy of a Fighter presents this story. So I feel like people don't understand the concept around what I'm trying to do. People come to me all the time and say, "Man, I want to get in this sport, in this lane, and do what you do." And I'm thinking like, I'm not trying to stay in this lane.
Yeah. I'm trying to go to it.
I'm trying to kill.
But look, this is another thing. When you move out here, be prepared, because you're gonna get Uncle Mustafa and a lot of people who are gonna be like, "Listen, my friend, how much do you need?"
Yeah, I hope so,
bro. 100%.
I'm waiting.
100%.
I'm waiting on that visa right now.
You'll get a golden visa. It's no problem. You're gonna be turning people down. 100%. And then you're gonna be in that stage where you're like, there's gonna be so many offers come in that you're gonna get a bit hyped, but then you're gonna have to just kind of sit back and go, okay, now wait. Do I really need this money? Because sometimes you don't need the money.
Yes.
You'll be cool here. You'll live a nice lifestyle, doing what you're doing exactly now, and building it. Like you said, another 10 years when you can now film your stuff, film another one, and be like, hey, Netflix, you can buy this version for you for this amount of money.
Yes.
Because it's going to happen. It's undoubtable you're going to get what you're getting. You're already pretty much there. So you're going to be in a stage where silly offers will come in. And then you just got to be like, all right, yeah, it sounds good, but I got so far by myself. Like, what difference really?
Really? What?
Because I don't need more equipment, because I ain't got guys to run it.
Yeah.
And I don't need guys to run it because it looks good, because it's just me and I'm fully focused and I know what I want and I know the angles and I know what needs to be done. It's like it's become, you know, flowing river.
I cannot expand the way people think.
Exactly.
They're like, oh man, imagine if you just had a crew. Yeah, maybe if I had like a PA.
Yeah.
Like somebody that can
a crew on the other side. Yeah.
But
Book
me,
your tickets
me in that
and all
car,
that.
me in that car with that subject is the reason why it is what it is.
And again, because it's personal, because you have these connections. You can't be to the AKA team and be like, hey, listen, I'm sending Ralph over today to film.
They don't understand that.
Ralph doesn't know these jokes. Ralph doesn't know what you know when Khabib isn't feeling it today. You can tell by looking at him and be like, you know what? I'm going to film Bully today because he's having one of those days. Because of the relationships that you've built and become part of the family. So again, it's one of those where like other people will be like, oh yeah, I want to buy your podcast. Buy the podcast, mate. But you ain't going to have me. And people are watching because like, for example, we met today. But the kind of bond that we have or the way we talk, it's like we've known each other for ages.
Facts.
And not a lot of people can do that.
No.
It's not a skill that anyone can just put.
I know you had to have some awkward people on here before.
Dude, do you know what? I just make
No
sure,
disrespect
I
to
just
them.
make sure it's not awkward, dude. If I see that they're not answering, then I'm gonna make it my show.
You know how to.
You know what I mean? I navigate around it, or I'm gonna make it the one where I'm talking the most, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like so many people, like I'll get a guest on, and I'll get messages from my boys, and they'll be like, "I didn't know you were close friends with this person," and I'll be like, "I met them 3 minutes before we started shooting." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that kind of skill, people that people go, you can't buy it. So they can't make another Anatomy of a Fighter because they don't have you.
No, it'll never ever be another Anatomy of a Fighter, and I try to like express that a lot because to not offend somebody that want to try to create one. It's just I helped create a landscape that didn't exist.
Exactly.
Now these fighters got their own YouTube channels and hundreds of thousands of subscribers, got their own cameramen and their own teams, and they doing their own content. So for you to think you're gonna create another series where these fighters, every fighter just let you film them and it not go on a platform, you fooling yourself because people know that there's revenue, sponsor opportunities more than you because you're filming me. I'm popular. So I can get a sponsor on my own channel to pay me a lot of money to have it on my channel. Why would I need it on your channel?
Exactly.
Now I've built these relationships with these fighters over the last 5-6 years that they like, we used to, I just did a film on Sean O'Malley that's about to hit a million. Sugar. It was called Sugar.
Good that you mentioned him because we're going to get on that fight.
Yes.
Too.
He has his own channel that's very popular. He gets
Dude,
a lot of views.
He's got a Twitch channel that he's getting a lot of
and
views on.
I'm like, Sean, You my guy. I filmed him early on, so we built that relationship over years. I'm gonna come to Phoenix for one day. I did a 29-minute documentary for one day. That's why I was telling you about Luck. The day I went, his father was there, his mother was there. I was able to see his daughter, his girlfriend was there, his wife. I was captured all this in one day, and people might think, "Damn, you spent like a few days." It was 8 hours.
Yeah,
and so think about that. Who is able to create a 29-minute documentary off of 8 hours of content and make it look like it was filmed over a matter of time, and then release it 2 days later after you do it? So that's why I'm excited about coming to this part of the world, because I just feel like I don't like when I'm not doing anything. Yeah, obviously I love my free time and I'm able to do what I'm doing, but I like on a weekly basis to be creating something. And that's the reason why, like, in this part of the world, I might be living over here in Dubai or Abu Dhabi, wherever. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go here. Or, you know, I'll fly out tonight to Amsterdam and Amsterdam to Vegas. It's a 5-hour and 45-minute flight to Amsterdam. I know there's a lot of Dutch kickboxers over there. Like, it's stuff to do all over here. So I look forward to that. So
there's a lot going on here. You have the boxing, you have the UAE Warriors happening, you have
Brave.
You have so much going on.
Yeah, and I met with Fouad.
Fouad, yeah.
Great guy, man. Oh my God, great guy.
He's basically the Dana of the Arab fighting world.
He gave me full access to the UAE Warriors 34. I'm putting a film together when I get back on that, because I really want to show them I'm nothing to play with.
Yeah.
With this storytelling thing. And
they know, bro. That's why they gave you full access.
Because they know. Bro. So I'm looking forward to being able to be a part. I wish I was staying over here, because, you know, like Bavoli is fighting.
I'm going to the press day tomorrow, and then I'm going to the fight.
I wish I could have spent a few days with him, because I feel like that fight ain't getting promoted.
Yeah.
And he's been over here training. I'm thinking, like, that's somebody that needs something.
Extend your ticket. I'll get you there.
No.
You're like, no, I gotta go home. I gotta go home. I gotta edit.
Gotta get ready for 281 too.
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden.